All right, it's go time. So Black Friday, Cyber Monday is literally a few days away. And if you haven't done these things yet, you're about to leave tens of thousands of dollars on the table. This is your Super Bowl. It's the week that can make or break your entire Q4. So let's make sure you don't screw it up. Here's what you need to understand. 30 to 40% of your entire Q4 revenue is going to happen in the next 5 days. And email is going to drive 25 to 35% of those sales. But here's the problem. Most brands don't focus on emails at all. They focus on their ads and their website, and they kind of neglect the email setup. And then they wonder why they didn't hit their revenue goals. So I'm going to walk you through the exact checklist that we use for our last minute preparation. This isn't an overarching Black Friday, Cyber Monday strategy, but what this will do for your brand is make sure that you have tightened every single area that you can to make the most amount of revenue possible through email marketing on the upcoming few days. Now, I'm going to be breaking this into 3 different sections: critical settings that you must absolutely change, email essentials that will make or break your campaigns, and quick wins that take you 10 minutes but can save and add thousands of dollars in revenue. So let's start with the critical settings. Before a single email goes out, you need to configure 3 critical settings in your email service provider. We primarily work with Klaviyo, so a lot of these examples are within Klaviyo. These backend changes that are invisible to customers can absolutely make or break your campaign success. So if you skip these, you are suppressing your most important messages, or might even accidentally stack discounts, which kill your margins during the holidays. Number 1, turn off smart sending. When you turn off smart sending, what you're doing is enabling your automations to send more emails during this period. You're no longer suppressing it just because they received an email from you recently. And given the amount of emails that people are receiving at this time, you want to make sure you're still top of mind. And so essentially what you want to do is go into your automations and turn off this setting that says skip recently emailed profiles. And you also want to disable smart sending when you are sending campaigns during your Black Friday, Cyber Monday promotions. A lot of brands make the mistake of not turning this off because it's on by default. And then what ends up happening is your most major emails talking about your sales tend to not even be received by your customers. Next, you want to update flow scheduling. And essentially what this means is have your Black Friday, Cyber Monday specific flows on and have your regular flows off during this window. This prevents discount stacking and ensures customers actually see the right messaging. There's a few different things that you want to do during the flow scheduling. It's a strategic flow management. You want to automate the activation of Black Friday, Cyber Monday flows. You want to deactivate the flows to precisely control the messaging during the sales period. You want to prevent discount stacking, so update any generic promotional automations. So you're not getting your normal discounts and you're only getting the Black Friday, Cyber Monday discounts. Crucial flow updates, so you want to make sure that each of the flows activate on your Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale start, and then they end when your sale ends. And then you want to maximize your Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales visibility. So that means actually having banners that show on every single email going out saying your Black Friday, Cyber Monday offer is here. Click here to buy now. We essentially just take our regular emails and then we add this banner on top to ensure maximum visibility. In terms of flow filters, you want to make sure that all of them are very, very fine-tuned so that way customers are getting hammered by the right automations, but they're not getting overwhelmed by multiple different automations with different offers at the same time. The last thing that you want to tune is shorten your flow timing. During Black Friday, Cyber Monday, it's very, very important to understand that multiple different vendors are texting or messaging or emailing your customers. And at this point in time, speed is paramount, right? If you go into an email automation and you find that a customer has signaled some sort of intent, you want to make sure that you get that sale before another merchant does. And so you want to shorten the time that it takes for a customer to receive each of the emails from abandoned cart sequences, browse abandonment sequences, abandoned checkout sequences. And so instead of going 1 hour, 12 hours, 24 hours, we actually compress this time into 30 minutes, 90 minutes, 12 hours, 24 hours as an example. Now let's talk about your actual emails. The first essential is adding countdown timers for every Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaign. Urgency drives action, and when someone sees that the sale ends at midnight versus seeing a live countdown timer that says 4 hours and 23 minutes left, one makes you want to act more. It's usually the timer every single time. So you can use Klaviyo's native dynamic blocks or tools like Motion Mail or Centric, and you want to create one master countdown block and clone it across your different campaigns so that way you can set it up in about 10 minutes, but it increases all your click-through rates by 20 to 30%. If you're not using countdown timers, I guarantee you your competitors are using urgency better than you, and so you want to ensure that this is enabled across all your major promotional campaigns. Essential number 2, optimize your subject lines for speed. You don't have time to A/B test this week, and you want to use proven frameworks. So add FOMO, right? Like our biggest sale of the year is here. You want to add final hours. Your discount ends at midnight. Clarity, right? 25% off everything. Make sure the offer is super, super clear. We have 3 rules. Keep it under 40 characters and 7 words. say Black Friday or Cyber Monday explicitly. Don't try to be extra clever. If a customer wants to shop, they know what they're shopping for. And honestly, clarity beats cleverness every single time. Your customers are about to get over 200 emails this week on average. So you want to make it crystal clear what your email is about, so that way you're not just getting opens, but you're actually getting conversions for your customers. Essential number 3, schedule your emails at odd times, not 8 a.m., not 10 a.m. You want to send it actually at something like 8:13 a.m. or send it 9:47 a.m., right? What's really, really important is every brand is scheduling their emails for the top of the hour, which means Klaviyo has a sending queue that's getting slammed at like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and all these brands are sending at the same time in different inboxes. So we try to do it in different increments. We'll send at 8:13, we'll send at any odd number, so that way we are sending a campaign at a unique time, and then we're landing at a different time than other brands in the inbox, and we're not queuing at the same time for Klaviyo to send the emails out, so that way we ensure that our email is actually sending at the right time that we scheduled it for, and it's not just in a queue amongst other brands. The best send times for Black Friday, Cyber Monday are on screen. That's what we found worked really well last year. You want to make sure that you're sending multiple emails in the day, not just one email for that day, each of those days during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. This is one of those things that's a small thing that makes a major difference. Now let's talk quick wins. These take minimal effort, but they can save you thousands of dollars in revenue. Quick win number 1, you want to send a warm-up email to inactive subscribers at least 3 to 5 days before your Black Friday, Cyber Monday send. This means you target people who have an open email in the last 90 days, right? You want to have a subject line that says, "We've missed you," or "Don't miss out on our biggest sale of the year." It just works because it re-engages dormant subscribers and it improves your sender reputation before you head into the big holiday, right? You're actually able to validate and see whether or not old customers want to re-engage with you, and it gets customers who already know your brand, are familiarized with your brand, to want to shop again at such a crucial time. This is an email we send Monday or Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and you want to have a subject line like, "We've missed you and our biggest sale is coming." Quick win number 2, drop an SMS only flash deal to cut through the inbox chaos, right? Your customers are getting destroyed with emails this weekend, so if the inbox is a war zone and you have their phone number, think about how valuable that is. If you want, all you need to do is add a offer like 40% off, ends in 4 hours, and tap to shop. And I guarantee you will have a very high click-through rate because a lot less people are sending on SMS. Building out an SMS list, maybe this is something to consider for next year, but it is very crucial during this time. The best time to send SMSs is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. local time. That's when the SMS engagement is highest, and you want to reward your SMS subscribers. You're cutting through the noise and you're driving them so much value by giving them a unique offer for them. Quick win number 3 is set up a last chance flow. Essentially what you can do is create a flow that triggers when someone opens a Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaign but doesn't place an order. This is similar to a abandoned checkout, but this is automation set up just for that weekend. Let's say someone doesn't use an offer or a coupon code. You can just consistently remind them if they haven't made a purchase, but they have an offer available to them on your website. So let's talk about your website really quick, because this actually affects the email list growth, as well as the amount of customers you're able to capture and then take into abandonment automations that will generate you more revenue. You want to update your pop-up forms with Black Friday, Cyber Monday specific messaging. We change our headlines to things like the biggest sale of the year, and we add a countdown timer to make sure people are actually interested and they're signing up for our list. We test multiple different types of sign-up forms, and you want to go through your website like a customer and see exactly at what times are your forms loading. With each of the sign-up forms, one thing we really make sure of is we are only enabling sign-up forms at points where we feel we can add friction. We don't just randomly add a absurd amount of pop-up forms, because what that creates is more friction to buy. However, let's say we have exit intent automations live or exit intent pop-ups live, as well as things like pop-ups that come up after a certain period of time, especially specifying that there is a major offer going on. We find that opt-in rates increase dramatically versus keeping your old pop-up on. And you also want to test all your forms, right? Make sure it's updated, make sure they're loading correctly, go through it like a customer and make sure they're in the right locations. Preview all your coupon codes. If you signed up with your email, would you still get the right coupon code? Is the coupon code active? Is it dynamic? Is it not dynamic? Add countdown timers to make sure you're still driving the urgency and FOMO, and you're using it as a tool to drive conversions, and it's not becoming a blocker for the big weekend as well. When previewing coupon codes, you can see that it's front and center, it's easy to copy, make sure they're dynamic codes. So sending test emails with all coupon codes to yourself and colleagues, this is a crucial step. You can make sure that they're front and center, they're easy to copy. If you have dynamic codes, that they load properly, And for expiration dates, you want to make sure that they expire and align with your actual sale. For VIP early access, not all subscribers are created equally during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Strategic segmentation allows you to reward your best customers, target high intent shoppers, and protect deliverability. So for VIP early access, you want to create a segment of the 10-20% of your customers by lifetime value, those with 3 or more purchases and high engagement subscribers, so you can send them early access sales. This drives early conversions. It reduces the support strain during peak traffic, right? So you can actually make your best customers feel inclusive and the most valued. You do want to enable some campaigns that are similar to your existing ones that go out in order to show customers you actually care about them. While you're going into these big sales, predicted date of next purchase is massive, right? You can actually create a segment for customers who are predicted to order next. This is probably a huge list of customers, especially if you had a large Black Friday, Cyber Monday previously. You can leverage that same data and try to get customers who are predicted to buy by the ESP to purchase again. You want to suppress your unengaged customers, exclude subscribers who have never purchased, never clicked. If they've been on the list for over 6 months and you're finding that there are a lot of customers bouncing maybe when you're sending all these emails, you want to ensure that your list is clean. And by having proactive deliverability, it keeps your sender reputation good so you can continue to email market and SMS market after the Black Friday, Cyber Monday holidays are done. A few extra tips here. You want to simplify email content. So keep your emails under 480 words, 2 to 3 call to actions maximum. Have featured products and not crowded grids. We try to go as dynamic as possible for a lot of the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales because our ESPs can actually predict what products are going to be most relevant to your customers based off of their browsing history and actually using the relevant data. We also try to make sure all our offers are extremely clear and we're not overcomplicating it by saying percentage off plus this off plus that off and making them confused in the process of buying. You want to add product feeds, again, recently viewed bestseller items to make it so that they can make their buying decisions much easier and much faster. Speed to conversion is very, very important at these points in time. You want to also recycle your top performers. This is a very, very easy way to get more emails out with the highest efficiency is look at the highest click-through rates, the highest revenue-driven campaigns in the past, duplicate those and make them around your Black Friday, Cyber Monday offers. And once again, I'm reiterating this ad urgency language, ends at a certain time, add countdowns. It helps customers make a purchase right away. A bonus is adding product feed blocks, but also in your campaigns and most importantly in your transactional automations. If customers are shopping and they buy during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, there's so many campaigns and transactional emails actually skip through all the noise, right? If an email is marked as transactional, it actually goes through all the emails and goes straight to a customer's inbox. And that's after they placed a purchase. On your transactional emails, you can actually customize it to add a product block and say, here are some more bestsellers for you to buy, so that way you can continue to sell customers and show them all the amazing prices even after they've made a purchase through a transactional email. So with all that being said, make sure you schedule everything by Monday of Thanksgiving week, right? This is your master timeline. You don't want to be scheduling things on the day of. If anything, you want to have templates ready to send additional campaigns. If anything goes wrong, I would highly suggest adding templates so that you know if anything goes wrong, you have a campaign to send as well. Last but not least, do a test purchase. So actually go through your website, abandon at different points in time and purchase so that way you can test out whether or not all your automations are working the way you envisioned it. And once you make a purchase, see what your post-purchase automations look like so you're not getting bombarded with offers from your own brand. And I hope all of these tips help you have a very successful Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Last but not least, enable multi-channel. So if you do have an app, make sure you are sending out emails, SMSs, and push notifications all together and ensure your efficiency. So if you find that customers are being very responsive on SMS, try things like push notification at this time. It'll really cut through the noise. And that's probably the most important part during this sale period, is cutting through the noise of your competitors and the other merchants who are trying to reach out to your customer. Hopefully this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please comment them down below. And if you are interested in learning more about how we can help you, you can schedule a call in the description as well.